believe this story if I didn't already know it to be true. There once was a boy who was different from everybody. Folks said he was the strangest person they had ever met. Nobody believed him when he said he could do what he was going to. It happened in my town many years ago. The town hasn't changed much since then, and neither has anybody in it. And though all those folks have since grown up, they're still pretty much the same too. It's funny to think they were once my age, 12. When you're 12, you have the oddest dreams, especially if you're Daniel. Daniel Rocket.
Let me see him.
Daniel had a secret nobody else knew.
Oh, wow.
Look at this one.
What is it? Is that his arm?
No, that's her leg.
Oh, wow. That's her leg?
That's his arm.
What are they doing there?
You don't know what they're doing?
He doesn't know what they're doing. I know what they're doing. But I mean, what are they doing? Oh, wow. Are you sure that's her leg? I was talking to Mark Rowinski today. He was telling me about these weird dreams he's been having.
What kind of dreams?
You know, like weird dreams.
I had this weird dream about my sister.
Your sister?
I dreamt she came into my room and took off all her clothes.
You're kidding!
Well, Rowinski told me he dreamt about Mrs. Rice.
That's incredible.
Are you sure he didn't mean Mrs. Roberts?
I like Mrs. Jackson.
Mrs. Jackson, she must be 80.
It's true.
Richard once told me he dreamt about his mother.
He was
He
joking.
must have been.
Yeah, I thought so too. What are you doing?
Just working.
Flying stuff, huh?
Yes.
There's Daniel.
I wonder what he dreams about. Snood?
Snood doesn't dream about girls.
Dreams about airplanes.
Balloons.
Piper Cub.
Zeppelins. Hey, why does Richie hang out with him all the time?
I don't know.
After all, Richard's such a good guy.
Yes.
And Snood is, well, Snood!
He's such a dork.
So what are those two seeing each other?
I don't get it.
Neither do I.
I think I do.
The point isn't will I crash?
No.
Because I will crash.
Yes.
The point is how far will I go before I crash?
Uh-huh.
And if I go up, Richard, if I go up, then I will actually be flying. I'll be one step closer to touching the air.
Yes.
Isn't that exciting?
It is.
Don't you think so?
See what I mean?
Let's follow them.
No, let's go play basketball.
I'd like to hear what they're saying.
Yeah, me too.
Where Leonardo made his mistake was in thinking that flying was like swimming.
Yes?
Flying is not like swimming.
No.
Birds, when they fly, do not move their wings downwards and backwards.
They don't?
They move them downwards and forwards.
But
Think of a bird, Richard.
I'm thinking.
What bird are you thinking of?
Your bird, Snood, your parakeet, Charles Lindbergh.
When Charles Lindbergh flies, his primary feathers separate, and the air pressure twists his rear feathers into the shape of airplane propellers.
That's amazing.
It's true. What kind are they?
I can't tell.
If they look like strands of somebody's hair.
Stratus.
Cirrus. Very high level.
They're nice.
Wispy.
Blown by the wind.
Mare's tails.
Mare's tails.
That's what they call them. They still following us?
They're coming over here. Why don't you ever try to be friendly?
Why should I?
Because they want to be friendly.
They wanted to be friendly. Why are they always laughing at me?
Because they think you're a dork.
Then they don't want to be friendly with me.
They only think you're a dork because they don't understand you.
Have you ever wondered why it is we've been put on this earth?
Not really.
I have. I think I know, too.
Why?
To do great things, yes. But what I don't know is why we have to go to school before we can do them. Why we have to suffer the abuse of our peers who don't know as much as we do about what it is we want. Don't they see the pain they're causing us?
I guess not.
Why is that?
I don't know.
You got to admit, it's pretty immature. It'll be nice to fly when I want, Richard.
Yes.
You'd like it? Flying?
I'm sure.
Now there's a reason for being put on this earth. To fly above it. To lose the sense of your body and float like a cloud. Isn't that exciting?
Hello, Rich.
Go, Raj.
You want to shoot some hoops with us?
We could use a fourth.
Snoop could play if he wants.
Want to shoot some hoops?
You go ahead. I've got work.
What kind of work, Snoop?
Just work.
Snoop's building a flying machine.
What kind of flying machine?
It's very complicated. It's not easy to understand.
You could explain it to us, couldn't you?
It's basically just a pair of wings that fly.
They'll make you look pretty, Snoop.
Yeah, to make you look like an angel.
He already is an angel. Ask Mrs. Roberts.
Mrs. Roberts doesn't know anything.
She's the assistant principal.
She thinks Snood's got this incredible IQ.
You guys want to play or not?
Hey, Rich, Steven's got something to show you.
What is it?
Oh, God! Amazing, aren't they?
Look familiar, Rich? I think one of them's your mother.
Very funny. You have any dreams about her lately?
You guys.
That's okay. Mark Lewinsky told Jeff he dreamt about his sister.
Lewinsky hasn't even got a sister.
You told us you dreamt about your sister.
No, I didn't.
You did
Steve,
too.
come on.
You liar.
Oh, Richard,
Yes?
can I see you a minute?
I'll catch up with you guys.
Okay.
What is it?
What?
What you wanted to ask me?
Oh. Yes, do you think that you'll really be able to help me with liftoff?
Don't try changing the subject, Snood.
Is it true what they said?
About what?
About you dreaming about your mother?
Of course not.
That's good. You do dream, though, don't you?
Of course.
Oh, that's good. Do you dream about specific people?
You mean specific girls?
Yes.
Sometimes. I dream about legs, mostly. And breasts.
Breasts. I do, too.
I dream about this beautiful girl with great legs and these really big breasts. And we go dancing under the moonlight. And then we go over to this fountain and we sit down and I start to kiss her.
You kiss her?
A lot.
A lot?
All over. Everywhere. She lets me do whatever I want.
Really?
Yes.
Why?
I don't know. 'Cause it's a dream, I guess. Do you ever dream about specific girls?
Well, yes, I think I do.
Who do you dream about?
I've really got to be going, Richard. I've got a lot of work.
It's okay to dream, Snood. I think everybody does.
Roses are red, violets are blue. I love you, my Alice. I hope you love me too.
Play marriage. Okay. You want to play marriage? Okay. Who wants to be Richard? Oh, I will. Oh, look.
Alice, my love, will you marry me?
Oh, he's so dreamy. He can do everything.
Nobody can do everything.
My mom says my dad can do everything. Yeah, but your mom can't do anything.
I hate my mom.
Well, if Richard can do everything, maybe he could teach Stephen how to do something. But then he could marry Stephen.
And I can marry Roger.
Who's that leave me with? Jeffrey! Well, Alice has to marry Richard.
Uh-huh.
Who can tell us something about the stars?
I can. So can I.
Raise your hands, boys. Stephen, We still haven't heard from you.
The stars?
Yes.
The stars. The stars. The stars. The galaxy. The solar system. The universe.
What about them?
Farmer in the Down.
All right, boys, that's very funny.
Well, they exist, don't they? Do you?
The brightness of a star is measured by two things: its actual or absolute brightness and its distance from us.
Yes, Alice, that's good, dear.
Yes, Alice, thank you.
Who can tell us about the summer constellations?
Hercules.
What about Hercules?
He was very strong.
He could strangle a snake with his bare hands.
He shot these birds that had wings of steel.
He stole this girdle off this fat woman he killed.
Did he steal her bra, too?
All right, boys, that's enough.
He did.
And then he tried to...
That's enough out of the three of you.
Hercules lies upside down just south of the head of the constellation Draco. The solar system is moving towards Hercules at the rate of 12 miles per second.
Very good, Claudia, very good.
Oh, yes, Claudia. Very true. Very true.
Oh, God.
What is it?
Look at this. What is it? Don't show it to him.
I want to see it.
You can't.
What's going on back there?
Somebody gave Roger a note, Mrs. Rice, and he won't show it to me.
Let me see the note, Roger.
You're in big trouble, I swear.
Dear Roger, I love you forever. Love, Judith.
I didn't like that.
It has your name on it here.
Oh, Penny must have written it. No, I didn't.
Yes, you did. I saw you.
All right, everyone, that's enough.
Can I be excused, Mrs. Rice?
The bathroom pass is still in use, Stephen.
It's only Snood.
It's always Snood.
Well, make sure you bring him back with you.
Can I go see if he's all right? Why should you go, Richard?
Just because he's your friend.
Just figured.
I think that Stephen can tell us if Daniel's not feeling well, don't you, Richard? What other constellations are there?
There's Pegasus, the flying horse.
And Scorpius the scorpion.
And Leo the lion.
Virgo the virgin.
What's so funny, Jeffrey?
She said virgin, Mrs. Rice.
You're such a dork.
I am not.
You're too.
Who else haven't we heard from?
Me.
Raise your hands, boys. Richard, we still haven't heard from you.
Cygnus.
What about Cygnus?
He's a swan. The star at his head is the brightest of all the summer stars.
Yes.
The Milky Way splits in half exactly where Cygnus is flying. That is, if Cygnus flew.
Excuse me, Mrs. Rice.
Yes, Stephen.
Daniel, he wasn't there.
He wasn't?
Uh-uh.
Did you try the boys' room on the 3rd floor?
Yeah, I looked there, too.
He's been gone over 20 minutes now.
Maybe he got lost.
Maybe he ran away or something.
That boy's due for a good talking to. Wow!
Look at what he's wearing.
Bird's wing.
They look like him, don't they?
Well, Daniel. Welcome back. You weren't in the boys' room.
Should have tried the girls' room.
I was up on the roof, Mrs. Rice.
On the roof?
I was putting on my wings.
Your wings?
Yes, so I could practice my flying.
I see. They're very nice, Daniel.
Do you think so?
Yes.
Thank you.
Your homework assignment is to name the planets and tell me a little bit about each of them.
I hate the planets.
So do I.
Want my punch bowl? Sure.
Can I come too?
Oh, Richard, I forgot my books. Would you get them for me?
Here, Alice.
Oh, Richard, thank you.
Daniel, may I see you for a moment?
I'll meet you outside. Have a good afternoon, Mrs. Rice.
Yes, Richard, you too. Now, what's this about flying, Daniel?
I'm learning how, Mrs. Rice.
By flapping your wings?
By flapping my arms. The wings are for decoration.
I see.
But I plan on building larger ones that I can actually use.
Well, that's certainly an interesting thing to do. Daniel,
Yes.
you're a very bright and talented boy
Yes, Mrs. Rice.
with a wonderful imagination.
Thanks.
But I don't want you going up on that roof anymore.
But
It isn't safe up there.
I'd never hurt myself if I fell.
No?
Because I wouldn't fall.
Yes.
I'd land.
I understand.
Yes, Mrs. Rice, I'd like you to.
Don't go up on the roof, Daniel.
I can't promise you.
Promise me.
I can't.
Promise.
All right, I promise.
Thank you. Turn the lights out when you leave.
I will.
And have a good afternoon.
You too. Hi, Alice.
Have you seen Richard? I was looking for him.
I think he's in the schoolyard.
Do you like it up there?
Oh, very much. Yes.
It's good.
You should try it sometime.
Yeah, well, I'll have to. Hello, Richard.
Oh, hi, Alice. Have you seen Snood? I told him to meet me here.
Do people always do what you tell them?
Snood's not people. Snood's my friend.
Aren't Roger and Stephen your friends?
Well, sure, but it's not the same. I mean, Snood and I are best friends. We've been friends since practically the first grade, and that's a long time. That's almost 6 years, which is great if you think about it. Have a friend like that?
It is great.
I think so.
I do too. Penny and I used to be close friends.
You were? That's right. You and Penny.
Since before the first grade, since almost even before kindergarten. We did everything together till this year.
Then what happened?
We had a fight. Penny accused me of stealing one of her boyfriends.
Boyfriends?
It's just a joke.
Who was it?
Stephen.
You and Stephen?
Not me and Stephen. Penny and Stephen. I hate Stephen.
You and Stephen.
Not me and Stephen. I told you I hate him.
Yeah.
I hate him.
Why do you hate him?
I just do. What are you looking at?
Clouds.
Yes.
Nimbostratus.
I thought nimbostratus are rain clouds.
They are.
Doesn't look like it's going to rain.
Then maybe they're altocumulus lenticularis. Very rare medium level.
I think it's really very bright of you to take pictures of clouds for your science project, Richard.
You do?
Clouds are nice. I've always loved clouds. I would have chosen to do a clouds project if Mrs. Rice hadn't asked for somebody to do photosynthesis.
Well, photosynthesis will be fun, Alice.
Not as much fun as clouds, Richard.
I guess not.
I know not. You know, I was thinking, I'll be needing someone to take pictures of the plants, the ones that grow in the light and the ones I keep in the dark. And since I'm not any good with a camera...
I don't know, Alice.
It wouldn't take much time.
The thing is, I'll be spending a lot of time looking at the clouds.
And I'd be happy to mention your name, which means you get double credit, which I think would be pretty nice, don't you?
The thing is, I was sort of expecting to help Snood build his wings.
We could both help him.
He doesn't like a lot of people around when he works.
You think he wouldn't trust me?
It's not that, Alice.
He can trust me.
I'm sure he can.
And I'd be happy to tell him the next time I see him, or you can tell him if you want. Snood's strange, isn't he? Real strange. There's something mysterious about him.
Mysterious?
The way he looks at me with those eyes. Just now, I saw him standing on top of his desk, waving his arms up and down.
You saw that, Alice?
Yes.
I've seen him do that, too.
Well, just give him another 20 years.
What does that mean?
It's what my mom always says. She says people change when they grow up.
Snood won't change.
What if he does?
He won't.
Yeah, well, according to my mom.
Yeah, well, what if your mom is wrong, Alice?
She's not.
How do you know?
Because I just do. If Snood wasn't your friend, would he still be your friend?
Of course.
Even though he's so strange and everybody else hates him?
They don't hate him. They just don't understand him.
Do you?
I'm trying.
Do you understand me?
You, Alice? I hadn't really thought about it.
Well, think about it.
What?
Roses are red, violets are blue.
What?
I said, roses are red, violets are blue.
You're acting pretty strange yourself today, Alice.
Am I, Richard?
Yes.
Oh, really? Am I really, 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 Richard?
Alice?
Well, what about you? I love you, my Alice. I hope you love me, too.
What's that?
Don't you know?
Of course not.
But I wrote you back an answer.
An answer?
How can you be so cruel, Richard?
Me? I didn't do anything.
You did, too.
Alice, what's happening? Why are you crying? Stop crying, Alice. I didn't do anything. What'd I do?
Who can tell us about Venus?
I can. So can I.
Raise your hands, boys and girls. Stephen, we still haven't heard from you.
Venus?
Yes.
Venus. Venus? Venus.
Mm-hmm.
You're the prettiest girl in the whole wide world.
I beg your pardon.
Will you come to me in my dreams? I'll kiss you if you do.
Enough! Stop this at once, Stephen. I'll send you to Mrs. Roberts.
Mrs. Roberts.
Oh, Mrs. Jackson.
She's yours. I'll take her too.
We were talking about Venus.
Venus is known as the morning or the evening star, depending on when it's visible. It's also the closest planet to Earth, about 27 million miles away.
Very good, Alice, dear.
Oh, yes, Alice. Venus, thank you.
Can I be excused, Mrs. Rice?
Just as soon as the past comes back.
It's Snoot again.
I'm gonna get that guy.
Wait till after class. I'll help you.
Look at him. He's been beaten up.
Daniel, what happened?
Some guys in 6B found me on the football field.
On the football field? What were you doing there?
Practicing, Mrs. Rice.
Not again.
I am in training for the science fair.
The science fair?
I've decided to jump off of Hatch's Cliff, fly across the lake, out past the cemetery, then back across the football field and land on top of the school.
Well, that's very enterprising, Daniel.
Tomorrow, I begin practice at the indoor track.
How about the bird cage, the zoo?
The pet shop.
Tweet, 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 tweet.
I'll give you a push, Snoot.
So will I, Snoot.
Silence! I shall have to talk to Mrs. Roberts. I'm afraid I can't let you do this.
I don't really think you can stop me, Mrs. Rice.
I beg your pardon.
I'm going to do it no matter what.
I forbid it.
You can't.
Don't talk back to me.
I'm not.
I forbid you to destroy yourself like that.
I am going to fly, Mrs. Rice. It's the only thing in this world, in this life, that I have ever really wanted to do.
That's enough, Daniel.
Yes, ma'am. It's up to you.
Isn't anyone here doing a simple project on photosynthesis?
I am, Mrs. Rice.
Smart child, Alice. I suppose science projects aren't what they used to be, boys and girls.
Neither are boys and girls, Mrs. Rice.
Oh, Richard, can I talk to you a minute?
Meet you outside.
This flight Daniel plans to take, do you know how difficult it is?
Pretty difficult.
It's more than that. It's impossible. No one in the history of the world has ever been able to do it. Did you know that?
Snoot's pretty strong-willed, Mrs. Rice.
He's a most stubborn child, certainly.
When he wills himself to do something, he pretty much does it. That's what I like about him. That's why I want to help him.
But what if he gets hurt? Doesn't that matter to you? Maybe if you talk to him, Richard?
Me?
You're really his only friend. I think he would listen to you.
I don't know, Mrs. Rice. He's always done just what he wanted.
But still, you can try, can't you? If not, I will have to bring in his parents.
He wouldn't like that. They really don't understand him.
Do you?
Who is it?
It's me, Daedalus.
No, Daedalus was last week.
Icarus, then.
Icarus?
Son of Daedalus?
I know who Icarus was, but he's not the password.
Come on, Snoot, open up.
He could be the password.
Amelia Earhart.
It looks great. Will you help me to try it on?
You shouldn't before you finished it.
I can't wait. Will you help me? Hold this up.
I'm holding it.
My arms go through here. Goes over my shoulder.
It is over your shoulder.
Come around front.
I'm coming around.
Take the belt. Fix it.
I'm fixing it.
Tighten it.
Okay. Okay.
You ready?
Yes.
How does it feel? It feels incredible. How does it look? It looks incredible. That look is incredibly incredible as it feels.
You look like a bird.
I feel like a bird.
That's incredible, Snood.
I do.
Careful, Snood. You'll break things.
I don't care. I don't care.
Your plans, your diagrams.
I don't care. I'm finished.
Almost finished.
I'm finished. I'm finished.
Snood. You all right?
Fine. I'm fine.
You've got to be careful. You're not used to the weight of these things.
I've been practicing all these weeks.
But it's not the same.
No, it's not. Just think, Richard. Tomorrow I'll be flying.
Tomorrow?
A practice run.
Snood, I know you've been working hard. And I know you know what you're doing. But are you sure? Are you completely sure that it's going to fly?
I told you it would, Richard.
Yes, I know, but
I told you to trust me.
it's just that in this book I've been reading,
Great air disasters?
it says that these wings, these ornithopters, are really the most primitive of flyers. No matter how strong the pilot, no matter how wide the wingspan, no matter how good the design, people have tried for centuries.
Da Vinci?
Yes.
Lilienthal?
Yes, exactly.
Wright? Stelling? Van Hauser? Chanute? Langley? Herring? I know about them, Richard. I know about them all.
And none of them succeeded. None of their gliders ever worked, did they? Did they, Snood? Did they? It's true.
No one said it was going to be easy, Richard.
There's something wrong.
I'm fine. I'm more than fine.
Then how can you seriously expect me to take what you're doing seriously?
Because you're my friend.
Of course I'm your friend. I'm scared.
Yes.
And I don't want to be blamed. I don't want them to think that I agreed to do this for you.
Then don't.
I won't.
Well, good then.
If you're going to be so stubborn.
I am. Right. Yes. So go. Go away. Go away.
Okay.
We're through. There's something I haven't told you, Richard.
There is?
Yes, there's something I've kept secret.
What is it?
I can't tell you.
Snood.
I'll show you. Tomorrow night. If you promise to keep it a secret. Do you promise? Meet me tomorrow night at Hatch's Cliff.
Daniel, Hatch's Cliff.
Just trust me. Meet me at 7 o'clock.
I'm eating dinner at 7 o'clock.
Make it 7:30. Oh, and Richard, when you come, bring that stupid girl with you.
What stupid girl?
You know, the one in Mrs. Rice's class.
Judy?
No.
Claudia?
Uh-uh.
Penny?
No, the other one.
You mean Alice? You want me to bring Alice with me? Snood. Alice? Snood?
Just bring her along, okay?
Okay. Okay.
You're lying.
I'm not, I swear.
He stood there and flapped his wings?
His arms, just like they were wings. Then, I thought I saw his feet slightly leave the ground. I'm not. I swear it's true.
What time did they say?
They didn't.
7:30. I heard Alice tell Penny.
Is Penny going?
No, just Richard and Alice.
Why'd Alice tell Penny?
Because she can't keep a secret.
Why is Alice going?
I think Richard likes Alice.
I think Alice likes Richard.
Alice likes everybody.
Alice liked me once.
She did?
She pretended it was Penny, but I knew it was Alice.
So what happened?
So what do you think happened?
Nothing.
So why should I tell you?
Did you bring the baseball bats?
I put them in the bushes.
Good.
But what do we need them for?
In case of provocation.
What kind of provocation?
How should we know?
We're just not taking any chances.
We're not even supposed to be here in the first place.
That's what I mean, stupid.
Don't call me stupid.
Well, then don't ask stupid questions.
I'm not.
You are too.
Snoot. Snoot.
Come on, he's coming. Where should we hide? Quick, up this tree.
Wait, I can't climb that high.
Sorry, fatty.
Snoot? Is that you?
Richard, there you are.
Oh, hi, Alice.
Why'd you run away so fast?
I was just kidding around, that's all.
I'm glad you asked me here, Richard.
Yes.
Isn't it wonderful?
It's very nice.
I think it's wonderful.
It's a little dark.
But look, there's the moon and all those stars. I think it's very romantic, don't you? I brought you something.
You did?
Brought you a dragonia.
What is it?
It's a dragonia.
What does it do?
It grows.
It's very nice, Alice. I wonder what's keeping Snoot.
Maybe he had trouble.
I told him I'd help him, but he didn't want any help.
He can take care of himself. Do you think he'll really be able to fly?
I don't know.
I hope so. Wouldn't it be exciting to see him flying through the air as if he were riding on the wind? Don't you believe he can actually do it?
I want to.
Well, then just do. Where's your sense of adventure? I think it's very important to have a sense of adventure. Wouldn't it be nice if we could build a tree house?
A tree house?
Yes, if we could run away to the forest and build a tree house and put it high up in a spruce tree, and Snoot could fly in and visit us whenever he wants.
Visit us?
And we'd never have to come back home, ever, ever, ever.
Alice, what has gotten into you?
Well, that's what I told my mom I'd like to have happen. I told her I hoped Snoot would be able to fly and that he'd be able to come visit us.
You didn't tell your mom about this.
Well, I had to tell her where I was going after dinner, didn't I?
Well, why didn't you tell her you were going over to Penny's house?
Because she knew I'd already told Penny I was coming here with you.
You mean you also told Penny?
Of course, she's my best friend, isn't she?
But I told you not to tell anyone.
You have to tell your best friend.
But I thought you didn't even like Penny.
I didn't, but now I do.
Oh, God. Oh, good God.
Don't start yelling at me again, Richard.
I'm not yelling.
In a minute, I'm going to start to cry.
Oh, no, not that.
Why are you always so mean to me?
I'm not mean.
I don't even know why I came here. I came here because you asked me. I came here because I love you. What am I doing here? I'm here because I love you. I don't even know what I'm doing here with you.
Look, Alice, quiet down.
No!
Quiet down and listen to me.
No!
Listen to me, Alice. Quiet down and listen. I didn't bring you here because I wanted to.
Yes, you did.
I didn't bring you here because I love you.
Yes,
I don't love you.
yes,
I brought you here because Snoot asked me to. He asked me to. I don't know why, but he asked me.
Snoot?
Yes.
Snoot asked me? Snoot asked me. Snoot asked me. Well, then maybe I should love Snoot.
Good.
Well, then maybe I shouldn't.
Well, good. Well, I don't care.
I don't love him. I don't love him. I don't love him. I don't love him. I don't love him.
You stupid girl!
I don't love him. I love you.
Oh my God!
Oh,
Jeffrey!
I hit my head.
What's going on?
I think it's broken. I think I broke my head.
Are you all right? Is he bleeding?
Did we miss it yet?
We got here as soon as we could.
Alice, do you need protecting?
Hello, Judy.
Hello, Jeffrey.
I fell out of the tree. I'm bleeding.
So I see.
Oh my God! What am I gonna do with all of you? How'd you guys get here?
You guys weren't supposed to come, you know.
I thought you promised to keep this a secret.
I didn't tell anyone.
Then what are they all doing here?
It was Alice. It was Alice who told everyone.
I only told my mother.
And Penny. You told Penny.
I had to tell Penny.
And Penny told everyone.
No, I didn't.
Penny told me.
You see, she did.
Yeah.
You.
What's he doing?
Listen, it's a secret.
What's he got a secret handshake? I told you they had a club.
What is he doing?
Whoa! Hey, Rich, Snood likes your girlfriend. She's not my girlfriend.
Alice thinks she is.
No, I don't.
We even saw you kiss her.
I didn't. It was an accident.
You come any closer, and this is what you'll get.
That's all right, Richard. I don't mind. I think they might as well see it all, too. Besides, your quarrel isn't with Richard. It's with me, isn't it? I think you all hate me as much as I hate you.
Daniel!
That's all right, Richard. They can't get me.
We're gonna show you what we think of you once and for all.
Yeah, we will.
Just try it.
Get him! Stop it!
All right, you want to fly? Go on, get out of here. Never come back. Fly! 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 Daniel, stop! What's he doing?
He's headed right for the cliff.
He's gonna jump off the edge!
Daniel!
He's actually really
Snood? Snood?
He's in the air.
He's flapping his wings.
He's waving his arms and fly. He can fly.
I can't believe it. Watch out! Here he comes!
Let's follow him. We'll get him when he lands.
Roger, can I go with you?
Stephen, take my hand.
Jeffrey, you need some help.
I do.
Richard, he's flying, isn't he?
Yes, he's flying. He's actually...
You see? I told you.
Well, night, Alice.
Good night, Richard. I hope you find Snood.
Me too. I enjoyed.
So did I.
Daniel, where are you?
Don't close it, Alice, or I won't be able to get out.
Who's there?
It's me.
How did you get in?
How do you think?
I don't know.
Oh, Alice, you do. I flew straight through your window into your bedroom, as if it was something I'd always dreamed of. Which, of course, it is. You know that.
Yes, I do.
I won't ever accept less than what I want.
That's good.
I've decided that.
That's good if it's good for you. They were looking all over for you, the boys. They've given up now, I think.
And I can go home.
You can. But I'd stop off at Richard's and tell him you're all right. He's very worried about you.
Poor Richard. He worries about me a lot. Too much, I think, because I can pretty well take care of myself.
I know that.
I think you're beginning to.
So you can fly! You can actually fly! You built wings, and with them you've flown. Where are your wings, Daniel?
I left them down by the rushes.
The rushes? But then how?
A secret. There's something nobody else knows, and I'm going to tell you. The truth is, I can fly without the wings. I can fly all by myself. It's something that I've always been able to do.
I knew it. I just knew it. I remember that time I walked in on you, standing on top of your desk.
Waving my arms?
Waving your arms.
Up and down?
Up and down, yes. I saw this look in your eyes when you turned towards me. When did you first realize?
A long time ago.
Since you were very little?
First grade.
First grade? You mean you were lying in bed?
I was in my pajamas.
And you just floated?
Well, I felt like I wanted to fly.
You just felt like it?
I wanted to, a lot.
So you stood up on the bedpost.
And I lifted up my arms.
And then what happened?
I flew.
Oh!
It's just something that I've had locked inside me, Alice. And now that I've let it out, there's no telling what wonderful things I can do. It's a nice night out, isn't it?
Yes.
The stars. The moon. Nice time for a little flight, don't you think?
I suppose.
Would you care to join me?
Are you serious?
I could lift you up on my back. I'm strong enough now. I've been practicing.
Have you?
Yes, so I could take you with me.
Where are you going?
I don't know. Away. Far away.
When?
Soon. Very soon.
We can't do that, Daniel.
Why not?
Because we're only 12 years old.
Yes?
We've got another 20 years in us at least.
Well, at least another 20 years.
Yes.
Well, yes, I guess that's true. It's gonna be horrible. Being with the other kids. They already hate me.
They don't hate you.
They do. And now they've seen me fly. I can't stay here. I've got to go away, I think. Don't you?
It'll be all right, Daniel. Everything will be all right.
I'll come back for you someday.
You will?
Yes. Will you come with me?
Yes, Daniel.
Do you promise?
I promise.
Good.
We have a whole lifetime ahead of us, Daniel.
Well, yes, I guess we do. And now I'm going to show you what I've wanted to show you all these years. The special secret between you and me, Alice. The secret of what I can really do. Soon, Alice. Soon. I'll be back.
And so Daniel Rocket flew away. And from that night on, the world knew who Daniel Rocket was and what amazing things he had done.
Daniel Rocket, the most famous 12-year-old in the country, flew from his hometown Friday night and has not been seen in the skies over Centerville since. He has been spotted in Luxembourg.
We celebrated the 5th anniversary of Daniel Rocket's flight today. while its favorite son dined with the president of France and was sung hymns by the peoples of Spain, Italy, and the
pair of wings and actually flew, left Washington, D.C. today on the eve of his 21st birthday, after being warned.
Présenter Daniel Roquette, qui est le premier homme volant à atterrir à Charles de Gaulle sans avion.
Dear Daniel, Alice and I loved your letter from Egypt. Hard to believe it's been 12 years since we've seen each other. Hope this note finds your trip to Japan a successful one.
We read about your travels and miss you terribly. Nothing's changed here. Come home soon.
Daniel Rocket was always my favorite student. He was always falling asleep, but I knew from the beginning he was somebody special. Today we are going to learn about the stars.
Did you see that shot of him?
Standing in his wingsuit.
Holding that medal?
The Legion of Honor.
You got another medal?
Another big one over in Europe.
Times Man of the Year.
And of last year, remember?
And the year before that.
When's he coming?
He's already arrived.
Flew in last night, the paper said. The other night, I dreamt he was in Nome, Alaska.
He was in Nome, Alaska last week.
Yeah, but I dreamt that he was there and I was with him.
In Nome, Alaska?
And we talked to each other just like we were pals.
You two were never pals.
Well, yes, we were. A little bit.
He was in Bangkok a couple of nights ago.
Yeah, I read that.
From Nome to Bangkok.
From Italy to Albuquerque.
From Tokyo to Tahiti.
He certainly gets around, doesn't he?
I had this dream. I dreamt that Penny left me. When I got up this morning, she was gone.
Gone?
I found a note on the refrigerator.
What'd it say?
Surprise.
Well, that's very bizarre.
Did she take little Eric?
No, she left little Eric.
But she took the car.
And a lot of the cutlery.
The cutlery?
It was her mother's cutlery.
Did she take the silverware, too?
No, I wouldn't worry. She'll have to come back.
Yeah.
If only to pick up some plates and dishes.
Yeah, she's not gonna let herself starve, you know? I wouldn't like it if Claudia left me.
Claudia would never leave you.
She did, once, just for a day. She can't drive. She had to take buses.
That's the worst.
Yeah, it wasn't very pleasant for either of us.
Well, at least Richard seems happy. That's a very good marriage.
Yeah, I think so, too. Hey, I wonder why Snood never married.
I thought he married a princess back 5 or 6 years ago.
No, he was supposed to, but then he didn't.
Why?
Nobody ever knew.
So he's finally come back. After all this time.
After 20 years.
20 years is a long time.
And he's never officially come back.
He came back twice. Once for his father's funeral, remember?
What was the other time?
It was for Richard's wedding.
I thought he just sent flowers.
No, somebody said they saw him there.
I saw him there. He was standing in the back.
That's right. He wore a mask.
What kind of mask?
It was something with a lot of feathers.
That's right. Somebody recognized him.
I recognized him. I went right up to him and I said, "Hello, Snood."
What did he say?
He said, "Hello, Jeffrey."
That was it?
Yes, he disappeared right after the ceremony.
Are you sure it was him?
Oh, yes, it was Snood. I knew it, but nobody else knew.
There he is.
Snood!
Incredible. He looks the same.
He's gotten a little thinner.
He looks exactly the same.
I think so, too. This hill.
Yes.
This old hill.
Mm-hmm.
For years we used to fall down it.
Climb up it.
And roll around it.
Hunt.
And play ball.
And lie.
And sleep.
And all those other things we used to do.
Youth.
Yes. Youth. Childhood, innocence, and happiness.
And memories of same.
And friendship.
And memories of friendship. It was all pretty horrible, wasn't it?
It's good to see you, Snood.
It's good to see you.
I've missed you. All these years. Reading about you in the papers, seeing your face on the news.
Watching you meet all those famous people, it's incredible what's happened, isn't it?
It is, Richard.
I've read all your notes aloud to Alice.
And she likes them.
Alice loves them.
I'm glad.
She finds them almost as exciting as I do.
How is Alice?
She's wonderful, Snood.
Yes.
She couldn't be better. We're both very happy.
I'm glad, Richard.
Believe me, so am I. Last thing I'd want is to get stuck like some of the other guys, like Jeffrey or Steven.
They're not very happy.
I'm afraid not.
That's too bad.
Yes.
But you and Alice
are practically ecstatic.
I'm glad.
Yes. You have to come over to the house.
Yes.
It was her parents' place. They retired.
That's nice.
So we took it over, fixed it up, put in a playroom for little Daniel.
Little Daniel.
Of course. You know about him, don't you?
Your son.
Your little godchild. You have to meet him. He is all excited about meeting you. He has all your pictures. Alice got him a little Daniel Rocket doll. And I've taken him to see the Daniel Rocket story at least 5 times.
5 times?
At least 5 times.
I couldn't sit through it once.
You're kidding.
No, it's true.
How did they do the flying in that movie? Do you know?
I don't, Richard. Special effects, I guess.
It's all special effects now, isn't it, Snood?
Is he nice, my godchild?
He's wonderful.
Who does he look like?
He looks like Alice. He's proud to be your godson.
That means he'll be special.
He is. He's part of all 3 of us. Of me and Alice. And you.
I'm sorry I've been away so long, Richard.
That's all right.
I've wanted to come back. I've really wanted to.
I know.
Things just have a way of being the way they are.
Yes.
Sometimes there's not too much we can do.
Hello, Rich.
Hello, Raj.
How are you?
Fine, you?
How's Alice?
She's fine, thanks.
Little Daniel?
Little Daniel, he's fine, too. You guys remember Snood?
Sure! Hello, Snood!
Hello, Roger.
Hello, Snood.
Hello, Jeffrey.
Well, it's been a while since I've seen you.
I'll say a while. 20 years at least.
No, it was at your wedding, wasn't it, Richie?
My wedding?
I'm sorry, Jeffrey. I'm afraid I wasn't there.
You said hello to me.
You must be mistaken.
Are you sure it wasn't you?
Steven, why don't you say hello to Snood?
Hello, Snood.
Hello, Stephen.
Steven's feeling depressed.
Don't. Now.
What's the matter?
Penny left him.
My God, when?
This morning.
Last night while I was sleeping.
She left?
She just left.
And she took the cutlery, too.
You, in town long, Snood?
Just for a little while.
To relax and rest up.
Yes.
Refresh the old body. Cleanse the old spirit.
Well, we're coming to the reception they're giving for you. I hear you're gonna fly again from Hatch's Cliff.
What a way to top the night. Just think, Snood, a Daniel Rocket Gala night.
For a lifetime achievement.
What's that, Stephen?
I said for lifetime achievement.
Is that what it's for?
Why, no, it's just for welcome home, I bet. Are either of you up for some last-minute basketball?
You want to play?
I think I'll just walk around a little bit.
You'll come over to the house?
Yes.
Alice will be pleased.
I hope so.
Good to see you.
Come on now, Sleepy. It's time to fly to Dreamland.
When's he coming to visit, Mommy? When's he coming?
I've told you a million times, Danny. I don't know. Maybe tomorrow.
I want to see him. Why doesn't he stay with us?
He's probably going to stay with the mayor in his big house.
What's going on up here?
Hi, Daddy.
Aren't you in bed yet?
When Daniel Rocket comes, will he take me flying?
Maybe, if you're a very good boy.
He really was your best friend, wasn't he, Daddy?
Yes, he was.
Are you going to settle down now?
I want to hear a story of Daniel Rocket again.
What part of the story do you want to hear again?
Who's there? Anybody there?
What's the matter?
Nothing. I thought I saw somebody.
It's Daniel Rocket.
Oh, if Daniel Rocket wants to come visit us, he'll come marching straight through the front door.
He's out there. I know he's out there.
Sit down, Stocky. You're probably wondering why I kept you late. It's because of your tricks, which are getting the rest of the class very upset and beginning to upset me, too. Contrary to your fierce opinion, Stocky Peters, you are not getting smaller. You are not shrinking. This is a conviction of yours which is not grounded on truth. No matter how many times you bring in new reports of your height, you should know I will not believe you. No child in the history of this school has ever gotten smaller. I don't care if your clothes are too big. You should tell your mother to wash them more often. You should try raising your voice a little more, too. So be forewarned that getting smaller is no excuse for being late or not getting your homework in on time unless you disappear entirely, Stocky Peters. Do you understand?
I do.
You're not Stocky Peters.
No.
Stocky Peters is tiny.
And growing even tinier.
Oh, well, yes.
Then you do believe he's shrinking.
Of course not. I'm sure there's a logical explanation.
Like what?
Like, well, where is Stocky Peters?
He's disappeared entirely.
He has?
I'm afraid so. I'd call his parents and tell them before it's too late, I think, don't you?
You look vaguely familiar.
Yes.
Something in your eyes. The way you nod your head. Your voice sounds familiar, too.
You were my teacher once.
I thought so.
Yes.
There have been so many boys.
Do you remember me now?
I remember you. But I don't know who you are.
But you remember me.
I remember someone like you.
Cygnus.
What?
Cygnus.
Yes.
You were teaching us about the stars.
I always teach about the stars.
But this star was special.
It was your favorite.
It was my one and only.
Did you do a report on it?
I did more than a report on it, Mrs. Rice. I did a demonstration.
A demonstration? Cygnus was the best friend of Phaeton.
Who drove the chariot of the sun through the skies, and he built a pair of wings.
Ah, well, that was Daedalus.
Daedalus, yes.
It was Daedalus who flew. Oh, my God. Oh, my dear sweet God. Oh, Mother of Jesus, it's you. I kept all your pictures, the headlines, the clippings. I saw your face on the news, but it was fuzzy. My TV set's old, and I'm not getting any younger, though I'd never forget you.
I've come back, Mrs. Rice. I've finally come back to take what is mine, to take what I left here, to find what I lost here.
What did you lose here?
I don't know. I wish I knew.
Well, you were never exactly the most normal of children.
No.
You were always, in fact, a little odd. I tried to sympathize, but it wasn't easy.
It's all right, you know. I understand.
I hope so.
And I forgive you, too.
Well, I wish you luck.
Thanks.
With whatever it is you're doing. If you think you can do it, then I think so, too. I always thought you were an extraordinary child, Daniel. But sometimes, I confess, I feared you'd never amount to much. You never do know, do you?
I thought I might just have a look around. The old classroom, where it all began.
Of course. Stay as long as you like.
I'd like that.
It's up to you. Well, I better go find Stocky Peters before he really does disappear.
He's waiting outside.
That's good.
I'd listen to his story carefully, Mrs. Rice.
You would.
Yes, if I were you.
Turn the lights out when you leave, Daniel.
I will.
Have a good afternoon.
You too.
Well, at least she left on a weekend.
What do you mean?
Last time, it was her turn to take the kids to school.
Oh. Well, if she doesn't come back, I'll take them tomorrow.
Alice can take them on Wednesday.
Doesn't Alice work on Wednesday?
Oh, I think you're right.
Then I'll take them on Wednesday, too.
Is that who I think it is over there?
I have a feeling. Oh, my God! You want to go say hello?
I'm a little afraid.
So am I. Oh, I wish Penny were here.
She once told me she always liked him.
Well, Penny did?
Yes.
Yeah, I think she's just been so unhappy with Stephen.
Well, can you blame her?
Not really.
She probably just has these fantasies.
You think so?
Sure. Don't you? How do you like that? Not even a hello.
He nodded.
Where's a nod? We're his old friends, for Christ's sakes.
Oh, maybe he doesn't remember us.
He remembers us.
I never said very much to him.
My little Mark bought those Daniel rocket wings that you have to build.
Yeah, but Chuck did too.
He put them together and he jumped off the drain pipe.
What happened?
What do you think happened? He crashed like everybody else.
I told Jeffrey those things aren't safe for kids to play with.
He makes a buck off of each one of them, I bet.
Oh, I'm sure.
It's true.
Roses are red, violets are blue. Hello, Daniel.
Why haven't you come over?
What?
Richard said you were coming for dinner.
I will.
Please, before you go.
You look wonderful.
I don't.
You do.
You look the same.
Wonderful also, or the same as you remember me?
The same as I remember you.
Shucks.
That was pretty wonderful, too.
I haven't changed then.
What?
If I look the same,
You look the same, Daniel.
then I haven't changed.
No.
And neither have you. You come here often?
Every day at 3 o'clock to wait for little Daniel.
When's he coming?
Any minute now. You'll get to meet him.
How old's he going to be this year?
6.
6.
Yes.
6 is a good age. I remember 6.
Do you?
Yes?
I think I do, too. I was very much in love.
With Richard.
With Stephen.
Stephen?
Yes. By age 8, I already hated him.
It's funny. I did too. You can do a lot of things at 6.
Yes.
You can do even more at 12.
Yes.
And a lot more at 32.
Are you all right?
Yes, I'm fine.
Are you cold?
No.
It starts getting cold this time of year. Here, take my sweater.
It's going to be winter soon. I hate winter. It doesn't make flying easy.
Do you fly in winter?
Not if I can help it. I prefer to get where I'm going and stay if it's for any great distance.
The snow must slow you down.
It does, yes. Ice does too.
I wouldn't like to fly in winter.
You wouldn't?
No.
I didn't think so. That's why I planned it this way.
Planned it what way?
To come back now. To get you.
Daniel.
Don't say anything. We don't have to talk about it.
Yes, Daniel, I think we do.
A promise, Alice. Do you remember?
Yes, I do.
Friday night, Hatch's Cliff, after the town hall gala.
Well, I told him he could see Eric whenever he wants.
Did he talk to his lawyer?
He doesn't have a lawyer.
He'll get one now. Alice, look who's back.
You remember Judy and Claudia and Penny?
We saw each other before.
We noted.
Yes.
It's nice to see you.
Oh, there's Chuck.
And Eric?
Yeah. And Mark. Eric, stop hitting him.
Why doesn't he fight back?
This minute, Eric, or I'll tell your father.
Fight back, Chuck.
I'm warning you.
Friday night. I'll see you there.
There's little Daniel. Darling, over here.
He's lovely, Alice.
Yes,
He's very lovely.
isn't he?
Oh, Alice. He looks like you.
Do you know who this is?
Why didn't he come over? He said he was coming for dinner.
Well, he didn't say for sure.
Maybe he doesn't like us anymore.
Of course he does.
I hope I get to meet him before he leaves.
You will. I promise you.
When I grow up, I'm gonna be just like Daniel Rocket.
You do?
Yes, I wouldn't want to stay up in the sky so much.
Why not?
I want to come down to Earth and see you and Mommy. I wouldn't want to get lonely.
But you see, if you were Daniel Rocket, you wouldn't be lonely because you'd have the whole world. The whole world would be your friend.
But who'd be my best friend?
I don't know. I guess if you stayed in the sky too long, there'd be just you.
Often I've been asked if I have advice for you. If I know in what ways you can make your lives more fruitful in achieving the dreams and goals you've set for yourselves. I have no advice. The answer, I suppose, must lie in each of us, in never giving up on trying to get what we want. I have seen much of the world, and yet so much seems so little. If here is small and there is big, somehow when you are there, it begins to seem very small too. In all of that time, I have not forgotten. I have never forgotten. It is good to be home. And now, to finish, I quote from Lycidas by John Milton. And the sun has stretched out all the hills, and now was dropped into the western bay. At last he rose and twitched his mantle blue. Tomorrow, to fresh woods and pastures new.
Okay, now smile. Wait. Okay, smile. Look into the camera. Oh!
Why don't we run away, you and I?
What?
We'll fly away and never come back. Darling, darling, come here, come here, come
There you are. What a wonderful speech.
Thanks.
Were you nervous?
A little.
It's nice out here, isn't it?
Yes.
Under the stars. It's just like that first night when you jumped. That first night when you flew. Everyone's a little drunk around here.
I know.
When are you leaving?
What?
Couldn't you stay?
Stay?
Couldn't you stay in town for a little while with Alice and me and little Daniel if you'd like?
I don't think so. Staying, Richard, is something that I've never been able to do.
Daniel, is there something wrong? Lately I've just...
It's all right. You'll understand someday. And don't be angry with me, all right?
Angry? Everything's turned rotten since you've come back. Have you noticed that?
I've only been back about a week, Stephen.
A week, exactly.
That's not a very
Everything's
long...
turned rotten since then.
Yes, Stephen.
Everything was great, and then suddenly everything turned rotten.
Well...
So when are you leaving?
I beg your pardon?
When are you getting out of here?
Stephen, come on, Stephen.
All right, you had your fun, you got your little party, so put on your wings like you're supposed to and fly away home.
Steve.
I don't ever want to see you around here again.
Steve, you don't know what you're saying.
I do.
Come on, Steve, I'm taking you home.
I'm sorry, Snood.
It's all right, Richard. It's really all right.
What are you both up to?
Just getting a little fresh air.
You think Daniel's all right?
What?
Do you want me to call the sitter?
Oh, Sure, I'll call if you'd like.
No, I will. He's probably about ready to go to bed. He sure got angry when we left him tonight.
He did.
He wanted to come along and see you.
Yes?
Besides, he doesn't like it when we leave him alone.
I never liked it when I was growing up.
Neither did I.
It's great champagne in there.
It's almost time for the fireworks. I think I'll watch them from Hatch's Cliff.
Won't they be nicer from down here?
Oh, no. They'll be a lot nicer from up there.
What is it?
Look at the stars. They're burning up. You stay here. Call the sitter.
What?
I'm going after Daniel. Daniel?
Alice. You came.
Yes.
I'm glad.
I see your wings.
I wanted everything to be like it was.
Daniel, I can't stay very long. Richard's still at the dance, and there's the baby.
He's not a baby anymore. He's going to be 6 years old. 6 is a lot. I could fly when I was 6. Are you ready, Alice? Are you ready to fly?
I want to.
It's going to be wonderful.
Yes.
We'll fly up high over everybody.
A short flight.
You'll be with me.
We'll have to go away and come right back.
We'll go away.
A brief but lovely flight.
It will be wonderful.
Brief but lovely.
It's true. We'll fly away forever.
Forever.
We'll live in the sky. We'll go away and never come back. Come on, Alice. Right now. Come on. Let's fly. Right now. Come on. I'll lift you up.
Daniel.
Don't say anything, Alice. We don't have to talk about it.
Yes, I think we do.
I promise, Alice. I said I'd come back for you someday, and you said you would fly with me.
To fly with you, yes, but to say goodbye forever.
You said we had a whole lifetime ahead of us.
We did, yes.
And we've already lived half.
I know.
And I want to live the other half with you.
Oh, Daniel. I'm sorry. I already have a life, and it's here with Richard and my son.
And not with me.
You can be part of it. You can't be all of it. You understand that, don't you?
Oh, Alice.
Daniel, please.
A promise.
Yes.
You promised you'd fly with me.
I did, but it's something I can't do.
You can.
I can't.
You can, too.
Daniel, you're acting like a child.
I'm not.
I'm going.
Don't abandon me, Alice. You're all I have left.
What?
I've been falling, Alice. I've been falling.
Daniel?
I've been going up, but then I've been coming right back down. I felt myself falling.
Are you sure? But how?
I don't know. Do you remember that night in your bedroom when I talked to you about the something that was locked inside? It's still there, Alice. I'm free, and yet there's something I can't quite touch.
Oh, Daniel, I'm here.
I need you.
How could I?
With you, I can fly. I know I can with you.
Let her go, Snoot.
It's all right, Richard.
Let her go.
Everything's all right. I'm not going with him, Richard.
I need you.
Daniel.
You're frightened. You think I'll take you away from Richard.
I won't let you take me away from Richard.
Because you love him.
Yes.
And you don't love me.
Oh, of course I love you, Daniel, but not in the same way. You have to understand that. You have to.
Daniel Rocket!
Daniel, my God.
Daniel, stay back.
Why, Daddy? It's Daniel Rocket. Why didn't you come to see me? You're not going to go away again, are you?
I have to.
Don't you like me?
Oh, Daniel. Of course I do.
Fly for him, Daniel. Please, for him, without your wings. Show him the secret of what you can do. Nothing. Nothing at all. A secret, Daniel.
You can fly. I know you can.
No!
Danny.
Run!
I knew you could do it.
Flap your wings.
Look, he's flying.
Look, Mary's flying. Whee!
Concentrate.
I am.
Concentrate harder. You're beginning to fall.
I can't.
Do you see your mommy and daddy? When I count to 3, I want you to jump into your daddy's arms, okay? 1, 2, 3. Catch him, Richard. I'm falling, Alice. I'm falling. Alice, help me. I'm falling. Alice.
Is he all right?
He's still out. I wish I knew what happened.
I saw him go over the cliff.
What went on up there? Was Alice up there?
Yes, and Richard.
Richard?
Alice.
Yes, Dad.
Alice. Is he all right?
He's fine. You saved his life.
I did. Didn't I? My wings. What's the matter with my wings?
They're fine.
But they're...
We'll fix them when you're better.
Oh, dear. I think I broke my wings.
I've called the doctor. He's on his way.
Can we do anything?
No, he just needs to rest.
Well, call us if you need us. I'll take this in home, honey.
I was in this room once before, wasn't I? A long time ago.
Yes, Daniel.
The stars were out. The moon was full. The window was open, and I... A secret. We had a secret, didn't we?
Yes.
You look the same as you looked 20 years ago.
Doesn't matter.
No.
People change.
Except for the people who look the same.
Except for the people who haven't changed.
Except for people like us, Alice.
Except maybe for people like you.
Hello, Snood.
Hello, Richard. What's the sky like out?
The sky?
How are the clouds tonight, Richard?
Very nice, Daniel.
Cumulus?
Cirrus, very high level.
That's nice. Thank you, Richard, for being my friend.
I've always been your friend, Daniel.
Yes,
I tried to understand.
you did understand.
I tried.
I flew in through your bedroom window just like I once did.
Yes.
We can stay in the air forever.
Daniel.
Forever, Alice.
Come down, Daniel.
I don't want to.
Touch ground. Can you feel yourself touching ground?
No, Alice, I don't want to. Tell little Daniel. Tell him not to stay in the sky too long. Not to be a wanderer. Will you tell him?
If you want me to.
Open the window, Alice,
The window.
so I can get out.
Daniel.
I can feel myself floating. I'm floating above myself. I can see you, Alice. Where's Richard?
I'm here.
I see you both. I see both your faces. Can you see me?
We see you, Daniel.
Take my hand. Close your eyes and feel the secret.
The secret.
The secret of what I can't do.
Daniel. Daniel.
I never would have believed this story if I didn't already know it to be true. But I know it's true because it happened to me.